Thanks for the FPS boost. I have kids. I don't get naps. Oh damn, dude, that parent life. All right, let's go explore the cabin. No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. Ugh, how annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Whoa! Stand aside. Oh shit, Herlock Sholmes, welcome back, bro. Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down. Mr. Sholmes! I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't. Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. We're going in!
January 9th, SS Peria, first class cabin, number 2.
Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream.
A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there is nobody but me in this cabin.
True. This old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed?
Get out, all of you, now!
Please, excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I believe.
Yes, that's me. And you are?
I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt.
No.
I am a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So, I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card.
A detective? I do not trust detectives.
We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't happen to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So, might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case?
What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that?
Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me! Oh my! Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes! The case just shook! The fuck?!
Leave, now! Otherwise, I'll call the steward! And I'll kill you with my scissors!
So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimesby Roylott. Sholmes fucking copyright! I just bought a gaming chair so we all get FPS boost now. Nice!
This is completely different. Like, still chilling, Manny.
So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimesby Royalot. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Got a few questions for you, buddy. Mr. Royalot, we'd like to talk to you about something.
No!
Oh,
I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now.
this is going terribly. We're not getting anywhere here. Yeah, I agree. But there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Royalot. I love how he's just sitting in the wardrobe. This fucking guy, dude. First class cabin. Mr. Royalot, we'd like to talk to you about something.
Once again, I say no.
Oh,
I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now once again.
it's going terribly. We're not getting anywhere here, Naruhodo? Okay, alright, so then we gotta reach out to good old Herlock Shums. What's happening? We're using the lifeline. Alright, you fucking cook. Examine.
Herlock Shums, we require your assistance.
Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? What? I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh! And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually. You're spot on. For once. Who kicks a kawaii Japanese girl like that out of his cabin? Mofo has the worst priorities. I know, dude. Fucking A, bro. What a douche. Now his Russian accent fits perfectly. MrSamKim, cool. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Royalot, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. Though, it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please! Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. Oh, this is gonna be good. For I'm about to apply my greatest detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Alright, let's see what you got, Sholmes. Let's see what you got. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you?
What?
From time to time, it occurs to me Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you. Or anyone. That's right. And Mr. Sholmes? I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh! I must have complete silence.
What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that?
Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions.
What do you mean?
Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not?
Huh?
He hides it now. And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Oh, Naruhodo-san! I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle! Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true! I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right.
How? How could you?
How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Old man's identity. Conclusion. Oh my god, I love this. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott. Obviously, what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to get... The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular, the fascinating front page article, which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, "Revolutionary violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Violin Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. I love all these animations, this is so good. A revolutionary on the run. Topic 2, wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime.
How the fuck?
And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare.
No, I refuse.
What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein.
Don't be absurd.
And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil, I don't know how to pronounce that, betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. But there was another, most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page, renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Conclusion: kidnapping of a young ballerina. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elementus Kiski! Christine said shut up. Stop, I didn't say anything!
Happy Thanksgiving, Christine. Thanks for tuning in.
And also, thanks for telling the truth. I appreciate it. Oops, sorry. I haven't been talking for a while. Dude, Mosh, it's all good, man. No worries, bro. Not a problem. If you're enjoying the stream, that's all that matters. Where it said topic, I thought the T was a fancy, so I read it as
Lopic. Happy Thanksgiving, Christine. Cheers.
Susato-san. That wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholm's brilliant deductions, you know? But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes? Could you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions, would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall a discussion earlier, and at the time I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness, Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. Oh my god. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines. For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. This whole thing is turning to a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of a matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Your idea of maybe a little off itself, Mr. Sato. It's just one or two keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. precisely the thought that was going through my own mind.
Sure, okay.
This man is a lot of work. Chris Hansen intensifies. I woke up at 2:30 p.m. It's 9:30 and I'm tired. I've been awake for 2 days. That's my food coma.
Too small? That's what she said.
I might fall asleep watching your stream again. Dude, yeah, no problem, Mosh. It's all good, dude. I appreciate you being here. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Ah! Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our Dance of Deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Here we go again. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes! A revolutionary on the run. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Here we go, that's the correction. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a key word here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. Long and hard. Grow up, Sam! Oh, okay. I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Ryunosuke. Mr. Sam K. Lewd in the chat. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could... let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for?
LOL!